Pricing. Okay, so we're going to activate a couple of widgets before we get into this. First, we're going to click this tab here under Pricing and Bookable Services. Then go ahead and move down, click Booking. A couple more will pop up. And then you see Availability, which is already turned on for you, and Booking Prices and Settings. Let's start at Booking Prices and Settings. You can set for each bookable service that you have, you can set a single price or a baseline price for all of those. So for example, let's say I'm offering 3 services, career coaching, business consulting, and parenting mentorship, right? And for each of those services, I want them all to be $45. All I have to do is type 45 here, and that is the only place that I need to enter a price. Now, of course, we can make it a little more complicated if we want to. So, for example, let's say we scroll up to pricing and bookable services. I have service 1. Hold on, let me get rid of that so you can see. I have service 1, service 2, and service 3. Now I can write a description here for each of these services as before. And suppose as I said before, I'm only interested in charging $45 for each of these services. The only place I need to write anything is here under Booking Prices and Settings, regular price 45. Now, if I want to have different prices for each service, then I'm going to leave this blank, because we don't have a regular price. The prices vary. I'm going to enter the individual price for each service here. So let's say my first service is $45. Click toggle that. My second service is $55. And my third service is $65. This helps to differentiate the pricing between each of the services. And we have description of service 1. Description of service 2. Of course, your descriptions are going to be way more interesting than this. Now, suppose that one of my services is a class where multiple people can attend. I can multiply that price by the guests. And don't worry about multiply by days or guest by days. That's not really applicable for our usage of the platform. Okay. Now, let's say we want to adjust our availability so that people can book us only when we are interested and available to take clients. So suppose I am only able to take bookings on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I can create 2 30-minute sessions, because remember, each booking is only for 30 minutes, by using these 2 widgets here. So let's say my first session, I would like to be between 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard and 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. So I'm going to type those in and hit add, and that created 1 slot or 1 booking availability. Keep this at 1 if you're doing mentorship on your own and there's no one else working with you, because if you increase the number of slots, that means that multiple people can book this space and potentially double or triple book you. So be careful about that. 2 p.m. and I want to do another session at 2:30. Okay. There, I've added 2 booking availabilities for Tuesday, and then let's add 1 to 1:30 p.m. and 1 to 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard here on Wednesday. So we have 2 slots for 2 days. No one can book me on any of these other days because I have not placed any availability for them. Now, if you recall, over here we already designated our pricing at $45, $55, and $65 for each session. If I only want a single price, I would get rid of what I wrote up here and I would add that regular price here. In the event that you are interested in doing weekend sessions and you want to have a separate price for weekends versus weekdays, you can enter that here. You can add reservation fees, designate when your reservation expires in the event that someone hasn't paid. They've booked you, but they haven't paid yet. If they haven't paid for 48 hours, the reservation will expire and the listing will go back into the pot for someone else to buy. You can also enable instant booking, which means that if someone books you, and you toggle this to be on, then it will automatically accept that booking. If you want to have the option to be able to accept or decline a booking, then you need to make sure that this remains off. You can accept online payment, of course, through the platform, but in the event that, let's say, you are a service provider with a brick and mortar location and you're open and interested in accepting in-person payments, you can always take bookings online and then accept cash payments in person. And of course, if you're doing a class that you're advertising and selling through the platform, then you can designate maximum and minimum number of guests as well. End hour time picker, pretty simple. If you're not using your slots, you can allow guests to set the end time for the booking by enabling this option. Now, of course, remember each booking slot is only for 30 minutes, so this isn't really super useful, but it's there. And finally, let's say you're going on vacation or there are certain days that you know that you're not going to be interested in taking clients, even though it might fall during one of your regular open office hour days, like let's say Thanksgiving or around the holiday season, you can block those out. So all you have to do is click the days that you aren't interested in working through the platform, and they will turn red and they will not be available for booking through the platform. So I did around Christmas time as well. You can block it out. And finally, if let's say that you're a service provider who's interested in selling physical products or digital products, you can do that through this platform as well and actually advertise and sell those products even on your own listing and through your profile by creating a store, which is down here. And we'll discuss in another video how you can create those products. But if you're interested in advertising that separate store, online store, through your listing, you can just toggle this on and select which products you want to show up or just show the whole store card widget. Okay.